Hello and welcome to Ask Amanda Now. This is our short segment, probably about 10 or 15 minutes, where I can answer at least one Strata question for you. Already asked a question that we have prepped here, ready to go. You might have seen a little face in the background there. That's my son Callum. He's coming back. He's come back. Come on, let's do it. Let's just make it a family affair. You got some Strata knowledge to share with us, Cal, today? No, nah, I got a nah. So no, we're gonna have to brush up on that, I think. Often when I am bringing you and Ask Amanda Now, I'm out. I'm out and about. I'm not in the home office necessarily. Not in the home office today, you may have noticed. I have just been screen testing and sound testing with my team here, and Christina said, Amanda, are you in a brewery? And I said, yeah, I am. It's just how I roll on a Friday afternoon. Sometimes I am here at the Three Tails Brewery and Smokehouse in Mudgee. Yes, you can see the tanks there, some of the tanks there behind me in the brewery. Going the wrong way here. And I don't know, I'll give you a little twirl if I don't drop my laptop here to see a little bit more of this fab place. Yes, there's beer. Number one. Yes, there's wine. Yes, there are smoked meats. So if you're ever in Mudgee, come drop by Three Tails. This is the reason, actually, that my family is in Mudgee. My husband, Scott, runs that brewery behind me. He makes the beer. So, yes, well known and loved to our family here, Three Tails Brewery. And I'm bringing it to you for Ask Amanda Now today. I'm heading over to say hello to those of you who are dropping on by live today. Cheryl is here saying hello. Good to see you, Cheryl. Sean is here. Hi, Sean. Awesome. If you're here live and you want to drop me a hello, go for it. This is not our usual Friday live where I am here for an hour or so. This is a short and sharp as we can make it. Might be a bit longer today because I'm relaxed, as you can see here in my lovely surroundings. I don't have a beer. I don't have a wine yet. I have hot drink. This is actually hot water, embarrassingly, because I've got a bit of a scratchy throat, and we'll just see how we go. If I fall into coughing fits, then I've got my hot water here and maybe a drink later. Sean is saying, I am with Sean B. Sean M is with Sean B. Awesome. Good to see you guys here together. Thank you for sharing. Ryan is here saying hello. Hey, Ryan, how are you? And Sean M has a cider. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Did you have cider here too, Sean? Yes. Okay, Ask Amanda Now. We do have a question. The question this week comes from Angel. And this is an excellent question. It is one that I get regularly. It is one that I have to think about for my clients, that I think about for members inside our communities, that I think about in my own building when repair work is going on the common property. Seeing some more hellos coming in, I will pop on over and say hi to you in just a sec. So good to see everybody here. I've got some music in the background too. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is getting into the Friday groove here. It's a special weekend this weekend. I'm going to tell you a little bit what the special weekend is all about. But this question from Angel, does the Owners Corporation have to pay for the storage of my outdoor furniture when it's doing repair work on my balconies? There's a little more background to this question, which I'm going to give you. Angel sent through a message via our Facebook page here, which you are more than welcome to do for an Ask Amanda Now session. You can post your question on the comments or send through a private message or even drop me an email. I know sometimes you might not feel comfortable posting your question where everybody can see it. So you're always welcome to reach out to the team so that we can make sure we capture these fantastic questions. At Angel's Building, the builder, the original builder, as I understand it, is coming back to do some work on her two large balconies. She has just bought her brand new apartment. She's put all her furniture out. She has put a decorative fountain out on the front balcony and also on the back balcony. She has a barbecue. She has plants. The builder knows all that stuff is there. And he has said to her, well, it's got to be moved because I need to rip the tiles up. I need to re-waterproof. I'm not sure exactly the details, but I imagine it's something like that. And Angel said, well, I can't put this stuff inside my apartment because I don't have any room for it in there. And I've got kids and it's a safety hazard to have these things in here. Shouldn't you, builder? This is your fault. This is your problem. Shouldn't you be dealing with these items and making sure that I don't have to have them inside my home and that they're looked after in storage and that they're safe while you are doing the repair work that you are legally obliged to do? Angel has also gone to her strata manager and she has said, well, shouldn't you guys be handling this? This is work on the common property. This is repair work on the common property. And I think that if I have to go to the expense of storing my furniture, then you, Owners Corporation, should be paying for that. I shouldn't have to pay for that. And Angel's told me that the strata manager or strata management, maybe that's the strata committee as well, just says, no, don't care. I'm not dealing with it. We're not dealing with it. You're on your own. So Angel's come to us and said, what's the legal obligation here? Now, in Angel's situation, there's a couple of different layers to this. So I'm going to deal with each of those layers separately. First of all, as many of you will know, because you're here often and you're learning, an owners corporation has a legal obligation to repair and maintain the common property. They have to repair and maintain the common property. That is an unavoidable, mandatory legal obligation. Also, in New South Wales, we have legislation that says if an owner suffers any loss because of a failure on the part of the owners corporation to repair and maintain the common property, then the owners corporation is responsible for recompensing, for reimbursing, for paying those losses of that owner. And these losses are, it says in our legislation, reasonably foreseeable losses, any losses that are reasonably foreseeable. Now, I've talked about the legislation. We've got a link here for you. It's section 106 in our Strata Schemes Management Act, which says that an owners corporation must repair and maintain the common property, and that if an owners corporation doesn't meet that duty and an owner suffers reasonably foreseeable losses, then the owners corporation has to meet those losses. Section 106, go have a look at it. Now, the question here to answer Angel's, to respond to Angel's situation is her balcony being repaired because the owners corporation has failed to do it, has failed to look after the balconies, has failed in its duty to repair and maintain the common property? Because if it has failed, then it's responsible for all of Angel's consequential losses. And I say that having to move her furniture, having to store her furniture, having to move out and maybe go on rent somewhere while the work is being done. If she was an investor and she had tenants in there, the tenants had to move out or there was a rent reduction, then I say that the owners corporation is responsible for meeting those losses, for paying those amounts so that Angel's not out of pocket. But the question we have to ask first is, has the owners corporation failed to meet its repair and maintenance duty? Is this work necessary because the owners corporation should have been fixing these balconies earlier? It didn't, it ignored them, the problem got worse, and then we had leaking, and then we've had to have someone come in and fix it. If that's what's happening, then Section 106 protects Angel and allows her to recover her consequential losses from the owners corporation. Now, I've said there's a couple of layers here. The other layer here is that Angel has told me that this is what sounds like an original building defect. So it's not really the owners corporation, is it, that has failed to repair and maintain the common property? It's the original builder that just hasn't done the job properly in the first place. This is an original building defect. And that complicates things because we can't link our loss to a failure on the part of the owners corporation. If you can't link your loss to that failure, then in my view, you're going to have trouble recovering those losses. And when we're talking about original builders and original building defects, there is a subsection in Section 106 that says that if the owners corporation is pursuing someone else about the problem, about the defect, and trying to get someone else to fix that problem, then it can delay. It can delay its own obligation to repair and maintain while it's pursuing that other person. And that section was really designed to allow owners corporations to go and pursue original builders and developers for building defects and be able to get them to fix the problem, rather than having the owners corporation have to go in and fix the problem first to meet its duty to repair and maintain. So there's a little bit of grey there for Angel, depending on how long the problem has been around, what, if anything, the owners corporation is doing about it. It does sound like they're doing something. They've got the original builder in there fixing the situation, trying to fix the situation. And if her losses are arising because of a failure on the part of the owners corporation to repair and maintain the common property, then I say yes. I say yes, they are recoverable, but we have to ask that important first question. Why am I affected? Why are my tenants affected? Why am I having to move out? Why am I having to put my furniture in storage? Is the owners corporation simply facilitating a job of the builder has to do, or is the owners corporation making up for lost time, trying to remedy a problem that it knew about, that it always should have known about and should have dealt with a long time ago? So we have to look at the specific circumstances of each case. Now, a few of you coming in saying hello and also asking questions. I'm going to give you some quick highs, and then I'm going to wrap up for the day, because this is, I have to remind myself, I'm always happy to be here and share information with you, but I have to remind myself that it is an Ask Amanda Now. It is not a Friday Live, and I happen to have a bunch of people over here who've just walked in waiting to kick off my special weekend with me. Chantel is saying, hey. Hi, Chantel. How are you? Layla's saying hi again. I was chatting to Layla earlier today. Good to see you, Layla. Michelle is saying, I know what this special weekend is. She does indeed. So I am celebrating my birthday this weekend. And, as you get older and you have birthdays and you kind of want to turn the birthday into a birthday festival or a birth week or a birth, as much as we can milk out of this occasion. I am milking, so I'm having a birthday weekend. And my family is here from Sydney, and they have literally just all arrived, and you might be able to hear them chit-chatting here behind us. So I'm going to go and enjoy my Friday evening, which will then be Saturday lunch and some wineries tomorrow, and Saturday dinner and Sunday lunch, and all that goodness that I think everybody should enjoy when it's their birthday. Spoil yourselves. Now, I'm heading back over to these comments. Gail is saying, oh, I'll just pull your comment up. More comments coming through. I can see the happy birthdays. Thank you. Gail is saying, how can you force the owners corporation to repair and maintain the common property if you have a stalling chairperson? So glad you asked this, Gail. Yes, sometimes you do have to force the owners corporation to meet its obligation to repair and maintain. How do you do that? You go to the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal, NCAT, and you seek an order. You seek an order that forces them to do the work that they should be doing. And that is, I have to say, a very large part of the work that we Strata lawyers, I know I do, I'm sure my colleagues do as well, a very large part of the work that we do all the time. So you usually start that process with mediation. In urgent circumstances, you might want to go and get an urgent interim order if the water is coming in and leaking on your bed and needs to be fixed very, very quickly, then an urgent interim order, but otherwise mediation, and then heading off to the tribunal to get an order to have that problem fixed. And you're going to have to be very clear about what the problem is and how it's fixed. I always tell my clients to go to the tribunal with their own scope, with their own contractor's opinion, especially if the owners corporation doesn't already have one, or if the owners corporation's opinion you don't agree with, or you don't think it's going to do the job, or your contractor doesn't agree with. Make sure you go to the tribunal armed with exactly what it is you need, your contractor says you need to fix the problem. Hope that helps you there, Gail. Patricia is saying better late than never. She's here. Hi. Happy birthdays from, thank you, Sean. Michelle is saying mine will be a birth year this year. Michelle's celebrating the whole year. She gets it. She totally gets it. You deserve it, Michelle. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Peter. I'm losing track in these comments here. And I can see more questions coming in. I'm going to have to wrap on up, guys, and head out into this little celebration that's happening in my honor over here. Thank you so much for joining me for Ask Amanda Now. It is always fun coming to you today from Three Tails Brewery and Smokehouse in Mudgee. I hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend with those that you love and who love you too. And I will catch you all next time. Bye bye.